Serious question. Is there something wrong with me because I high-key felt bad for Jeffrey Dahmer?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so first things first, that whole documentary was like 12 out of 10. Like, that shit was fire.
What time do you go to bed?
Coming from someone that likes, like, true crime shit, right?
I said, what time do you go to bed?
This was a crazy man.
I know my time in prison will be terrible, but I deserve whatever I get because of what I have done. I've hurt my mother and father and stepmother. I love them all so very much. I hope that they will find the same peace I am looking for.
Why am I coming on to talk to you? I really want to tell parents about what I think they should look for in rearing their children. That's really I have no other motivation except to try to help people.
And you support that, Sherry?
Absolutely. Anything that we could do to circumvent or prevent another Jeff, absolutely.
Can, right?
But no one allows us to forget about it.
Spending the last few days with your folks. Great. Talking about a lot of different things. How are things going here for you?
Slow and steady. Nothing out of the ordinary, really.
100 yards north of the front door, under a dead wood pile, there's a hatch. Open it and you'll see it.
On the night of July 22nd, 1991, Milwaukee police finally discovered the horrendous secrets that Jeffrey Dahmer had been desperately hiding for many years. Acting on a tip from a young gay man who escaped from Dahmer's apartment, police searched number 213 and found a chamber of unimaginable horrors. Human heads and a heart wrapped and bagged, and hands and feet at the bottom of his soup kettle, skulls tucked away in a file cabinet, and this blue barrel stuffed with dismembered torsos soaking in acid. Dahmer would spend the next 24 hours confessing, telling in vivid detail of a murder spree that began in 1978 when he was 18 and ended with 17 young men dead.
Who says I'm gay?
I had this reoccurring fantasy of meeting a hitchhiker on the road and of taking him hostage and doing what I wanted with him. And I never in my wildest nightmares thought that it would become a reality.
The serial killer, they've enjoyed the power over life and death, and they want to relive that again and again and again.
Jeff was the most beautiful, darling, sweetest baby, the nicest young boy.
There just were no real signs when he was growing up.
Imagine your child grows up to be a murderer. Would you still love him? Would the guilt and sense of responsibility be overwhelming?
No one had a clue as to what was happening for over a decade.
During that time, Jeffrey Dahmer joined the Army and was sent to Germany. He was eventually discharged for a drinking problem and returned to Ohio.
What happened to you in the 9 years in between that you were able to stop, that you were able to control yourself?
There just wasn't an opportunity to fully express what I wanted to do. There was just not the physical opportunity to do it then. And I started, when I moved to Milwaukee in 81, I started reading pornography, going to the bookstores. Eventually that led to frequenting the gay bars. And then one time I brought this young man back to the hotel room, the Ambassador Hotel, was just planning on drugging him and spending the night with him. I had no intention of hurting him. When I woke up in the morning, he had a broken rib here. I was heavily bruised. Apparently, I had beaten him to death with my fists.
And you have no memory
I
of it?
have no memory of it. But that's what started the whole spree all over again.
Most serial killers suffer from some kind of personality disorder, usually psychopathy or antisocial personality. The difference between these two disorders is simply nature versus nurture.
The third young man was American Indian, the fourth and fifth were Hispanic, so no, race had nothing to do with it. It was just their looks.
Dahmer hated disposing of his victims, and he came up with an idea that was
more horrific than anything he had already done.
I started saving the skeletons and preserving other parts. One thing led to another. It took more and more deviant type behaviors to satisfy my urges, and so it just spiraled out of control.
Why the cannibalism?
It made me feel like they were a permanent part of me. Besides the just mere curiosity of what it would be like, it made them feel that they were a part of me, and it gave me a sexual satisfaction to do that.
Serious question. Is there something wrong with me because I high-key felt bad for Jeffrey Dahmer?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so first things first, that